Good morning. Happy Sunday. Coffee clinks. Oh, you can't see my owls on there. Anyway, I just realized something. The blinded by the light video that I did a couple of days ago, I said it wrong again. It's not. That song has caused me so much turmoil in my life. It's not wrapped up like a deuce. It's not wrapped up like a deuce. It's not wrapped up like a douche. It's revved up. Revved up like a deuce. It's a car. How do you wrap up a car? It's revved up like a deuce. You know, the runner in the night. It's talking about car racing. Revved up. What is wrong with me? I can't get it right. Revved up like a deuce. You know, the runner in the night. You know, I should probably just Google that and make sure I just told you that right, but I just had to say it before I forgot about it. I'll be back. I was wrong again. Revved up like a deuce, another runner in the night. All wrong. Revved up like a deuce, another runner in the night. My whole life has been a lie. Okay, and now I would like to say a quick thank you to Mary Sergey, S-I-R-G-E-Y, Sergey. Anyway, that's that diamond dot stuff, and she made that for me and sent it to me. I got it in the mail yesterday, and it's gorgeous. And Lynn Whitman sent me that. So cute. I'm gonna put them on my tree when I put my tree up. So sweet, because I love gnomes and I love owls. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, and another thank you again to Miss Glenda, who I've known, I guess, pretty much my whole life. We went to church together, and she knows my love of gnomes, and she dropped this by, and my car was here, so she knocked on the door, and Penny tried to deceased her. Not really, because I wouldn't let Penny out. But anyway, okay. But thank you all for thinking of me. Okay, back to the story. Hi. I'm going to church with my friend Kim, and Joan is going with me. So, I went in the kitchen, and I looked at the clock on the stove, and it said that it was 9:30 or something. I don't know. And I was like, we're leaving in an hour and 10 minutes. And y'all, I put it into flipping overdrive, and I'm putting on my jewelry and like practically running. And I looked at my phone, and it was 9:15. And I don't have to leave until 10:40. Dear time change, this is what I hate about you. Yeah, because my phone updated itself. Did I ever look at the time on my phone? No, did not. Ricky asked me to show some colors. So I am going to turn the camera around and show you some colors, although there doesn't seem to be any right here. But I'll try to find something. So stand by. So everything is still pretty green, but way off in the distance, we have that yellow tree and we have that fire orange. Now the fire orange is always my favorite. I love the reds, I love the yellows, but nothing pops like that orange. I don't know if you can tell, but that tree is yellow, and then that tree is red, and it's losing all of its leaves. But everything is still kind of green. So, funny story about that tree. So when I first moved here, it was a baby. Did I pay attention to the power lines running to it? No, I did not. Of course I didn't. I was like, oh, it's a baby tree, and I just bought my house, and I'm gonna leave it. And I did. It's beautiful. I love trees. I don't like to cut down trees unless I have to, because we need trees. Would you come on, child? She has been standing around staring all for the little walk we've done. She has been standing around staring. Anyway, hold on just a second. Okay, so anyway, the tree grows. Why are there bees on my phone? There's little bitty tiny bees. Oh no, not that again. Not that again, Tracy. Stop it. Ugh. Anyway, I love the tree. I don't want to cut the tree down. However, Cobb EMC, the Cobb Electric Membership Corporation, in other words, my power people, whatever you call them, they came to my door the other day, and I was not home, but they rang my little ring. I wanna ring your bell, ring your bell. I know that's not the words. Whatever. We already know I don't sing the right words. Sometimes I change them to fit what I want them to say. Okay. Anyway, he didn't leave a note, but he stood there and he kept looking over at that tree. And I was like, oh no, that tree is really in the power lines. And I was afraid that they would come back and trim it. You never want for EMC to trim your trees because they will jack them up. My dad had a cedar tree like those over there. His was big like that one. See that one? And it was perfectly shaped, and he could have probably either sold it or donated it. I don't know how they do that stuff, to Macy's down in Atlanta for the tree to go on top of the Macy's for the Macy's Day Parade that we have in Atlanta on Thanksgiving. He could have probably donated or sold, I don't know, until Cobb EMC came through. They chopped the top out of it, and then they trimmed it in the most hideous way possible. And he ended up just having the whole tree cut down because once you cut the top out of it, I mean, it could have probably grown back, but it just looked ridiculous. And then the way they trimmed it, anyway, he just cut the whole tree down because he was so put out with them. So I asked Tommy if he could come trim that tree, and that's what he did yesterday. So he trimmed it so it's not messing with the power lines, and maybe they will approve. Hold on just a second. There's another yellow tree. I do like the yellow trees. There's a plane, of course, but there's just nothing like the orange ones, you know? Well, I'm kind of glad that I started getting ready 4 hours too early because I realized, Tracy, you don't have any gas in your car. I mean, I was down to fumes. And then I realized that, well, I didn't realize it. I already knew it. My car was filthy. So then I went and got the vacuum cleaner to try to vacuum the front floorboard. And I only did a very little bit, and it died. It's one of those, handheld things. And then I was like, well, I need to, get my stuff together. And I wanted to put my Bible and my little notebook and my pen and, all the things in a bag. And then I couldn't find my bags. And now I'm getting me some water because y'all stand right there in the refrigerator because I can't get enough water. I drank all my 2 liters yesterday, and I try to quit drinking water at 3 o'clock so I'm not up all night. Did y'all get cold? I don't want to take my gigantic bottle to church, so now I'm fixing me a little bottle, and I got my purse and I got my keys, and I think I'm finally ready to go. So I'll be back to let y'all know how it went. Well, in true Tracy Tries fashion, I didn't really get lost. I got lost. So this was our first time going to this church. Now, I knew that it was not in a standard, typical church building. I knew that. However, I didn't really realize, Kim probably told me, that it's in the back of a office park. I didn't really realize that. So I put the address in my phone. I Googled the name of the church and I told it to go. And Joan came over and got in the car and we took off. And I knew to go Barrett Parkway. And after that, I thought it was on the road that Cobb Toyota was on. But it told me to turn before I got there. So I turned. I listened to my phone. And then I thought it said that I needed to take a left at the next left. So I got up to the light and I was like, why isn't it telling me to turn left? Because, you know, these stupid things, them things, they tell you to turn like 800 times. Well, I turned left, and I wasn't supposed to because the turn was not for like 900 more feet. I had Joan so turned around, so I turned, and then I was like, oh, it's recalculating, you know, it's trying to tell me to turn around. So I went up, and then I went down this other road, and then went down this other. Basically, I did a great big block to end up back on the same road that I was already on before I took the left. And then I turned in to where it said turn right here, turn right here. That means turn right here. So I turned in. There was nothing there. It was an empty building. It was the next turn here. Yeah, it was the next turn. So I pull back out of there and turn in the right way. And then I'm driving and I'm driving and I'm driving and I'm driving through this business park all the way to the back. All the way, all the way, all the way. We just keep going, keep going, keep going. Well, then I get back there. I'm on a one-way, let's say eastbound lane only. Eastbound only. Well, the stupid phone tells me to turn left. And I started not to listen to it because it has already done me wrong. But I listened to it and I turned left and then it told me to turn right. Well, guess what? I was in a westbound only lane then. Yeah, I should have kept going straight and ignored it. Well, then I drove the whole circle again. I mean, it wasn't that big. It wasn't that extreme. But anyway, to get back to the eastbound lane, I finally saw Kim's truck. Finally started seeing the little suite numbers and looked back on my phone to see what suite numbers, and then we found it. So we walked right in the door as the preacher was starting. So I didn't get to say, hey, how are you? Nothing. Just run in and sit down and we're here to go. Enjoyed it immensely. And then, of course, I was sipping on water through the whole thing because, you know, I can't get enough water in me for some reason. So I said, I need to use the restroom. And Kim said, go out that door and it's straight across the hall. And I said, okay. So I excused myself. Well, I saw this little door. I didn't go out that door. I went back to the door that I came in. I walked out and there was no straight across bathroom. And then I saw that other door and I was like, oh, she probably meant that door. So I'm walking towards that door and then I see the bathrooms across from it. So I asked the girl that was standing in the lobby with her little baby, who was the cutest little, tiniest little thing I've ever seen. I said, can I go back in this door when I'm done? Oh, she said, yes, you can, but you might not want to go in that bathroom because that's the men's. And I had the door half open. I busted out laughing. I sure did. I mean, it was quiet, but I did. I busted out laughing. I was like, only me. So then I go over to the women's and I start to push the door as somebody pulls it open and I practically fell in on her. And then I went and finally used the potty. Then I go back in that door, that door that I should have came out of. And I was kind of giggling to myself because I had practically gone into the men's restroom. And I got to my aisle and I was stepping over Micaiah and Kim and Joan. I stepped on the hem of my jeans and almost fell. Nobody noticed but me. Nope. Uh-oh, a fly got in. I got the back door open. Anyway, oh my gosh. Yeah, nobody noticed that I stepped on my jeans and tripped, except me, but that was enough. I was like, are you kidding, Tracy? You can't even behave when you go to church. Oh, my house is an absolute disaster. But then as we left, and as we were driving down Barrett Parkway, I said, do you want to go in Cozy Coop and get some lunch? And Joan was like, I don't know what that is, but sure. So we went to the Cozy Coop and I got chicken tenders, fries. It comes with cornbread. It's sweet cornbread, which is not my thing. And I mean, I don't eat but a bite of it anyway because, you know, it's got flour. It's got that white flour in it. Anyway, it's real good. And Joan got wings. I'm going to throw that away because I don't need it. I got a 4-piece tender and I still got that much left. So, yeah, it's a lot. But the exciting news is I ordered me I don't know if it's exciting or not, but I ordered me a pair of Hey Dudes and they came. I just slipped them on and they feel too big, even with socks on, in a 5. But they're cute, aren't they? I mean, Hey Dudes are kind of weird looking anyway, but they're supposed to be super comfortable shoes. That's why I wanted them. Anyway, oh, what a day. What a day. But yeah, church was good, and they were focused on everything that's going on in Israel and praying for Israel and all that. So that was very good. So now I'm home, and sitting there for over an hour made my back hurt, as I thought it would, but you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I enjoyed the service, and I will go back next week. Well, I hope next week. All right, let me not forget to mention that I stabbed the pastor's dad in the hand with my nail. Yeah, he came up and his name's Ken, and he was like, "Hi, what's your name?" or something, well, you know, whatever, some sort of common nicety thing, and my thumbnail just gouged him right in the top of the hand. I said, "I'm sorry, sir, I didn't mean to stab you. My name's Tracy." If Tracy tries, don't watch my show, okay? Please don't ever watch my videos, because then you'll learn that this is common behavior for me. Anyway, that's it for this one. That's enough, ain't it? Whew. Anyway, remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon, because I can't go back to church again. I'm just kidding. I'll go next week. But I'll talk to you later. Hit the like button. And bye. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.